what it is, man. This is the Green Room. ED and Mr. Gemini on the mic in a warm-up to a show about nothing. We gotta go. It's time. Yeah.
Yeah, you were over there running your mouth. I pushed the button. Get
That's
to
right.
it.
That's
Talk.
right. Well, welcome to the Green Room, y'all.
And your mic's messed up too.
Yeah.
Well, you're the one
It's
that's
me. What do you want, man?
You're the one that said, "See, this is what happens in the green room."
This is the intro. You're already busting my chops.
It's green
I'm already
room.
effing up.
It's green room. That's how it happens.
This is the warm up to the show about nothing. So the show we do, the ITY, the I'm telling you.
Yeah. So his thing about quick. We have guests in house. We got my dude Reese. He's like super like knowledgeable, extraordinary,
Super
like
educated.
Yeah, smarter than Spock. Yeah,
Spock.
he is. But that's what it's like, dude. Literally walking encyclopedia of knowledge. It's crazy.
Nah, I always tell people when you do your quizzo, you just so happen to ask questions to stuff that I know.
No, he just makes me look. He's making me look good.
All my answers, you know the questions. So,
well, see, and I try to mix shit up enough that it kind of really truly encompasses everybody.
No, it's because I've done so many trivias, and like yours is fun. Like I think that anybody could probably win it. Kind of.
And yeah, I want it to be that viable.
Exactly,
unless you bring that ringer. Like, dude, if you bring the ringer, shit's over. Because like they're easy enough, but they're not.
Exactly. It's just be a good time. So
pretty much. Yeah, no, I set it up where it's like I ask a question so that it makes you question your own answer. You're like, wait a minute. No, right. It can't be that. Yes, it is that easy.
No, you got me with the one. This is about the fish. How many chambers does a fish have in their heart?
Yeah.
And you were like,
how many multiple choice? Yeah, it was because it was 0, 1, or 2.
Chambers.
And I was just like, yeah, just chambers.
And
I just sorry, that's how I. Some people got that. They were like, oh wait, because 0 is 0, 1 is 1, so 2 is chambers.
I said 0. I got that wrong.
Because you thought I overstressed it, where you're just like,
I was like,
oh, he's telling us that there aren't chambers, so it's 0. Yeah, no, it's. Oh no, my inflection, my tone, it's all done for a purpose.
But it's always a good time though.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, but yeah, then I would wind up like, because you again answering the different questions that I have on that wide spectrum of knowledge, we'd always wind up kind of just like BSing off to the side afterwards and stuff, and just like dispensing more knowledge about things, just getting deeper on stuff. And then I was just like, hey, we got a podcast. You're like, I'm fucking in. Let's do it.
I was telling your buddy, I was like, because you know how you do the interludes while you're grading all the papers, and you had the jukebox playing, and I would put in a bunch of music while you were grading it, and I would always see you bumping your head.
This is
and
true.
then you would have to cut the song off because it was time to start again, and you used to be like, it hurts me to cut this song off.
I'm very sorry, but
and I was
gotta.
I was like, I think that's when we connected right there.
Pretty much,
like,
yeah.
It pained me as well. So.
Hey, salud.
So, long story short, I'm excited to be here. So. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. And that's the thing is we love having,
right? That's
well, exactly. And that's the thing is, so I mean, him and I, like, we do that. And I mean, you and me, it's just like, that's what we're really trying to get with all what we're doing is just promote talk. Just talk. Start a conversation with somebody a stranger, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Be open and just talk.
Whether it be funny or like a difficult conversation, like whatever direction it takes, but just
fucking open your mouth.
Yeah,
make sounds that make noises that turn into words.
Yeah, I just found my original my original statement that was
the manifesto.
Yeah, but I think the original manifesto. I still have to find the shortened version that I wrote, but
that's also the one that you actually I think you
OG.
Read that on air if I recall correctly.
It's been a long time, yeah, but
yeah, that was series 1.
I feel like I should do that again.
Dude, shit, that was almost like 2 years ago, bro.
Bring it, but I'm saying we got to bring it back around. Like what I had said is when you brought the shortened version, I was like, yo, this needs to be like a fill in the blank form where you're just like, oh, you want to come on? Fill this out. Because it was literally about our rules, which is no politics, no religion, but also we threw in parlay, which if you know piracy, parlay is just like, don't matter what's going on. It's like, we got to have a conversation. That was thrown into my kind of
my list of rules that I had for how I feel like something like this should proceed.
Yeah,
and that was like
guidelines.
before we even started doing it. I was like, this is like, to me, this is like our constitution or our.
Bro, I'm pretty sure that's series 1, episode 1, Green Room. You read the manifesto. You're like, we're gonna do this from the get go. Like he does. Like this is my dude. We've known each other for over 30 years.
I haven't read it myself in so long that I'd have to.
I mean, you can listen to it on YouTube.
It was
series 1, episode 1.
I think
manifesto.
Make sure to hit the like button, right?
I had a case of what you call it when I was writing that. Remember? Lawyer speak.
Disclaimer, Rhea.
That's it. Yeah.
Like all the run-on bullshit where you're just like, I can neither confirm nor deny. However, within such terms, but not excluding. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Nah, that's funny.
Yeah, it's like, why you got to cover all your bases.
I got to sit at the kitchen table. I just got to go grab it.
Well, I mean, you are kind of boxed in tonight. We're in Studio B, so
I got to shuffle around the edge of the table.
You're skinny now, bro.
You can squeeze through there.
Yeah, I know, right? There ain't nothing to him.
That's true.
Dude, but he used to be. Oh yeah, man. Him and me both when we were younger, but even him up until probably like 4 years ago. When as soon as you started getting on your proper, I'm gonna eat for what makes me feel good.
You got no muscle. It's like, no, I never had muscle. I just lost the fat.
Dude.
I'm just not into working out. I think working out should be something you do in your daily routine.
Right.
See, I keep telling you need something that's just physical. Like you don't need exercise. You just need something that's actually like
repetitive motion that,
I guess. Doesn't have to necessarily be repetitive.
I should probably do the dishes and mop the floor more often.
Yoga. I was just saying, when you're done, put on that little dress and get on the corner.
Maybe I just painted myself in a corner. I don't know.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Right.
But yeah, dude, yoga, like you don't think about it, man. But like
I heard yoga was rough. I was doing Muay Thai. Muay Thai was a lot of fun.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun.
That's like a real, like your whole core. And
you need shins for that. It's
dude, they kick trees for that shit.
They're
blood
crazy.
sport is not a joke. Like they kind of over glorified it, but
that's your block. Like
all that. And no,
it's almost a natural.
It's a lot of fun, but it hurts your shins though.
If you're not,
You gotta condition. Yeah, you gotta condition them.
Well, if I ever went back, I'd want to do Wing Chun. I think if I ever went back, I'd want to do that.
What's that?
That is what Bruce Lee's master was first teaching him.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was like the start of his martial arts journey in a sense.
When Bruce Lee went off on his own, he learned many arts. Mm-hmm. And he also happened to learn Wing Chun.
Gotcha.
That's actually how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And it's amazingly powerful because it all comes from your core.
Yeah.
So all the movements are really close and really tight. So you have to, you don't have a kata per se.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was no
exercise, but you don't have a kata.
Well,
your kata is basically that wooden dummy. So you do this fast, like chess boxing style, where you're always throwing up a block and a strike at the same time. Mm. So whether it's and there's if you've ever seen one of those wooden dummies that they.
Well, yeah, the peg things, but that's
like the blocks.
Well, but see, that's the thing is Jeet Kune Do, when he came out with it, did you ever read his actual book for Jeet Kune Do where he shows all the instructions and everything?
Jeet Kune Do was the concept that he created from watching everything.
No, wrong. It's not concept. I'd go further. Belief system. It was literally his way of life because it was what he was eating. It was how he was sleeping. It was what he was meditating. It was what he was practicing. The purposes behind it. Like he expressed it.
He was
so
very
succinctly.
Focused individual. Yeah. And he took it to heart if he lost anything.
Dude, I don't think. I think Bruce Lee got to a point he didn't. You could not lose.
You couldn't say no to him, and he was just so fat.
He's so fast. It's easy there walking,
right?
But dude,
they couldn't catch him on film. He was so fast.
Oh, he had to slow down his movements.
Well, but that actually, I think, is what they started getting into stop motion stuff, where you could slow it down and it made it look cooler, and people were it started a whole new style.
They had to speed up the rate at which they filmed him, so that they could slow it down when they replayed it.
That's what I'm saying. Like they had to do different tech, and because of that, like dude, stuff now became like a whole new style, especially for Chinese-based kung fu. I mean, coming out of Lower Asia, like the old school stuff. Because I mean, you're still even talking like almost like South Pacific, where you're getting like Malaysia and the Philippines and all that shit too. That shit was on beta though. You couldn't get that on beta. That was beta, bro. Ain't no joke. I used to go over to my dude's house because he's like, "Yo, I got that new ninja movie," and I come over and it'd be like,
nah,
beta.
But you had to have money to have beta though. So
yo, yeah,
right.
bro.
That was still like an experimental phase.
Oh, dude, thanks for that. But yeah, that's true though.
That's an affirmative.
That's like laser disc.
I was just gonna say that shit.
The laser disc.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, you get too much money over there.
Nobody had that. Yeah.
Dude, there was a couple cats that had them.
They were like this. They were like the size of hula hoops. Like,
Dude, the original
They
Johns.
were the size of a
the big record player shit.
They were the size of an LP.
Yeah, we were talking about them Johns. Because I mean, dude,
That was like a full on vinyl. Like,
yeah, oh yeah, dude, in the sleeve and everything, you pulling that shit out. You about to play some fucking? What you got there? Nah, it's a movie. What?
I like got that Breakfast Club laser disc. Who trying to watch it,
Dude? You know, and see, like
what was I
growing
saying?
up,
the record player movie, dude. The record player movie.
oh, what the one you were talking about?
Dude, the record player movie. That was so weird.
Wait, what?
I think it was. I think it was Back to the Future that I saw on a record player,
yeah, because that's what I was saying. That's what you were talking about. One of them Johns.
and like that just blows your mind. I'm like, where's the movie? They're like, well, it's this is just the case, and I'm like, where's the movie? They're like, it fits in there. I'm like, it's a disc. They're like, it's a record. So it was like in between.
I mean, that's basically what a CD is.
But
it's
it's
just
another
a
one of those-
digital version of it.
Like, who owns that?
Like the laser is reading the etching on the disc as if it was a needle on, you know, an actual vinyl. It's the digital version of a phonograph.
It's but this is like
that's literally all
like
it is.
straight up analog though.
Dude, when you get deeper, crisper sound, especially if you're running one of them freaking tube amps.
I mean, there's no denying, but
I'm telling
it was
you,
weird.
See, back in the day, man,
It was
like
just weird.
It's just so weird. Yeah, what are you drinking on? You got walking juice over here? Walking how I like.
I get excited when I have guests on, you know.
You get excited. Period.
I'm excited. Like you have no clue. Like when
For a minute, I thought you were making fun of the way I say it.
No, I was going back to that age.
If you can't tell, she's got a hell of a like nor'easter kind of freaking.
I can go back to that age.
Oh yeah, she's got like that East Harvard Yard shit.
I couldn't hear it.
But yeah, and then on occasion there'll be a southern drawl with it, which just gets the same syllable to really stretch out, and it's just like
You gotta
she's
say
like,
something
stop
else.
laughing at, because I'm over here like I didn't say shit.
You're gonna have me listen for it now. I'm thinking of Goodwill Hunting now.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. No, dude, I think what gets me is I never always like at this point I should be expecting it at any point. I never do, and it just pops up, and I'm like, I try not to like. I can just twitch a little bit, and she reads it. She's like, don't laugh at me. And I was like, I didn't say shit.
But see, now I'm waiting for it now. No, so like I'm gonna stay here the rest of the night until it happens.
Easiest thing to do is you can ask her for a question. If you ever need any information, this is what she's here for. Yeah, Miss JD is the dope shit.
Like,
we get into shit, and she literally like
you
you'll
want
see
to
her
call
head.
one of us out, you just shout it, yo, JD, look that up.
Yeah, because
and be like,
we're almost all like he's 73% right of the time, like quotes and whatever else. I'm probably like high 80s, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes we're both right. It's hilarious.
All right, we'll see.
Well, because like, all right, so before she came on, him and me, we would get so tangented. All of a sudden, we're like talking about, you know, Albuquerque, and we started in Los Angeles, and it's just like, how we get here? I don't fucking remember shit. Like, did you say something about like? So she keeps us on track. Plus, if we say something, all of a sudden she's like, I don't, and she pulls it up.
Doesn't sound right.
Oh yeah, she'll call us out on our shit. So
That's
she's
good. That's good.
yeah, she's hella dope. She keeps us on point.
I usually don't say anything unless I know what I'm talking about. So
And see, and like that's kind of like our vibe. Like that's how we always want to be impeccable with our word.
exactly.
And you know that, which is very difficult because you got to be honest with yourself. And
I just don't like to be wrong. So
yeah, I do know
I
shit.
just say, yeah, you. It's possible that you're right, but I doubt it. But
Dude, I always do it. I say the empirical data supports. What had happened was, that's in. Because we're willing to accept that, Gemini and I, like we grow from that.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I don't mind being wrong, but
exactly, no,
I sure shit don't want to be.
I definitely admit when I'm wrong, like 100%. But I just try not to say anything because I don't like to be wrong.
Yeah, I know, right. But see, and this is another thing. So him and I, so the way I was raised up, I was like outside of Los Angeles. Like I was raised in the OG Vato hood, basically, like Mexican barrio.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really realize it at the time until I started getting older and could like reflect and pull, the true knowledge from it. I had hella hard OGs on my block and they knew shit.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I really learned, I mean, it probably wasn't until I was like almost in my early 30s, where it's like, dude, OGs don't need to speak for you to hear them kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like all came together where it's like a true OG, like a true knowledgeable, understands the game. And I'm not just talking about like, hey, I deal, this, that, or whatever. That's not a game. The game meaning life.
Exactly.
When they get it, man, more times than not, shit goes down. They're just like, nah, just relax. We got it. And it's just like, why are you so calm right now? It's like, that's the motherfucker you need to be worried about. Because he's already on some shit that you're just like, oh, what do you, he's
playing
shit.
Chess. He's
I got
2 moves ahead.
Yeah, right. You didn't even know we were playing that game. And
right?
Game's already started.
What happened?
Just OG shit. You know how I get sometimes. Confirmation. I was just saying, man.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I did it on the counter.
What happened was I was near the area and I heard what was going on, but I was heading the other way.
Were you butt naked on the bathroom floor? No, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
100%. No.
No, it seriously wasn't me.
Dude.
100%.
I can't tell you how many people came up to me throughout my life and so like called out a different name, and I'm like, dude, I don't know you. They're like, oh, dude, you look like just like somebody I know. Like I haven't not as much since the beard, but
I get that all the time. Like no matter where I'm at, they're like, I know you some.
Was like a pickup line? Like, are we?
I don't know.
Are we vibing right now?
Right. Like,
no, dude.
You want to try to get some of this? Like, what you doing?
See, I'm at a place when that shit happens to me. I'm just like, nah, all white people look alike. I gotta, and they're like, wait, what?
I wasn't gonna say it. But
oh no, it's true though. Dude, it's true. All right, so I was born in Spain and then again raised in this hood, right? So like all my life I've grown up with like Filipino, Mexican, and people are like, oh my God, that's racist. I'm like, no, they were literally from Mexico. They are Mexican. Like, exactly. I'm sorry to inform you. That's just what they were. But I've grown up with all these different individuals, traveled the world enough that, dude, most other races to me, dude, I look at them just like, oh yeah, he's like Himalayan. They're like, what? What? And I go, hey, and they're like, yeah, no, I'm from the Himalayas. You're just like, how did you know? Like, because people, other than most white people, because I think we're just really washed out. Plus, there's not enough pigment. We can't get the right shadows. That like probably that shit too.
No,
I don't know.
It's more so the white women, like the blonde white women that all look alike. I see them on like Fox News or whatever, and they all look alike.
See, that's plastic surgery on that one. I'm just saying.
But they all look no, it could be, but they all look the same to me. Like I did my coworker.
I mean, how's that any different?
So hot.
How is that from any different from? Damn, they all look like Tyson. I mean, like,
but they don't. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. No two faces look exactly the same, but they're
No, dude. I'll tell you the truth. I've mistaken more of like my white friends. Like people would be like, "Hey, sorry, you're not." Dude, every single time it was one of my white friends. Not a joke. So that's the only time I ever. I'm just saying, like,
you look a lot like somebody. Like, there's.
I've had plenty of times where I was just like, hey, no, that ain't him.
Out there, like,
no, for me to be like so much like, yo, I know you, to go up to him. Nah, dude, only with white people. Cracks me up. I don't get it.
I think people now though they don't have that, like, they don't want to be individuals. Like a lot of people, a lot of beards are now, and like everyone has a beard.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing with everyone else, even with the women. So everyone's doing the same thing, so they look alike. So it doesn't help.
That's true too.
I haven't heard it as much with the beard, about once or twice.
But dude, Jimmy freaking beard thing is like a big thing now.
But it's always happened. Like clean shaven, it doesn't matter. Like
I don't know. I do this because I don't fucking like to shave.
I mean, at one point I only had like this guy right here.
I know. I had the Fu Manchu. What's up? What are you doing over here? We interrupting you.
I was gonna say, fortunately, there's not too many redheads floating around, so I don't get mistaken for too many other people.
It's very true.
You get picked out from like quite like great distances, though. You know.
Do you know?
Yeah, the length of my hair and the color gives me away from like a distance.
See, I do that with my dad because he's like
Princess
6'4.5". People are always like, "Where are they at? I lost them." I'm just like, "Look for the tall dude." Like, oh, there's his head. I see. No, I can see the back of it. It's right. That's him. Go that way. That way. We were at the graduation for my kid, and that shit happened. They're just like, "Where did Paul go?" I was like, "Right there. Can't miss him."
Like the
it's like Mount Everest sticking off the earth. Like it's just that guy.
That's my house. My son he's way taller than me. He's like 6'3". Like he's taller than me easily. And then my youngest son is probably like he's 12. He's probably like a good 5'10". So like I got a house full of giants. Like I don't even buy them new shoes. They just wear my shoes because we all wear the same size. Like 100%.
Dude, what'd you do, man?
See, that kind of sucks.
That out.
Yeah, dude, no, for me,
It's not just yours.
I was supposed to be taller, like on my mom's side, my dad's side. Like I should have been at least like 6'2", 6'4". Nah. Dude, I blame all the smoking cigarettes and shit. When I was like 12 and 13, dude, I was smoking like 2 packs a day, skateboarding. Dude, I've told the story so many times. I came over here like having hustles, you know, from where I grew up because that's the only way you had money. Even
right.
You know, as like 10, 11, 12 years old, I realized that shit quick. It's like, yeah, you got to make money. All right, cool. How do I make money? I started figuring shit out.
You were hustling candy.
Yeah, dude, I was hustling Jolly Ranchers. That's not a joke.
No, that's the way to go.
I would buy them for 15 cents a stick and then sell them on the bus and at school for $0.25.
He was flipping them.
Dude, for 10 cents. Do you know what kind of art? Dude, that's like a serious return.
And I'm still hooking a brother up.
Right. You know?
Dude, it got to a point where I was going in and I was buying boxes from the store.
You're like, how much, man? I'll take 4.
Yeah, the candy game on lock, right?
Dude, because, I mean, dude, you're sitting like, so where I, like the school I went to, there was 4 junior highs for my city. Like literally, see this out here, man, you get like one high school for like 3 or 4 towns, maybe like 5 or 6 damn near. Dude, we had 4 for the one spot we lived in. Like this was our city. We had 4 junior highs. This is no joke. And I was in the gifted program. Go figure. Dude, I was just a way to try to keep me out of trouble. Yeah, no, it was just, he's smart enough. He can go. And yeah, dude, you know, my parents made sure I had a good education.
Gifted or special?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, it was gifted. It was actually called the gifted program.
Oh, MGP is a mentally gifted program.
Yeah, no, wait, no, it was they called it like they had at this point.
We're not
I can't
allowed to
remember.
have anything like that anymore. It's all PC.
Yeah,
now.
no shit, right? But yeah, no, dude.
Stupid,
I mean,
right? You got the stupid
Like
kids with the
Rain
smart
Man
kids.
gifted?
Like, yeah, and then no child is left behind. So
what was
great.
that?
Wow,
So we just lowered the standard.
That's like the dumbest shit ever. Like,
I know, but we can't get into that stuff. But
no, we talked about that, but it's true.
Oh, we talking about education. You want to see me get riled up? No, see, dude, education is the one thing that like
it's something that should be free. Or
we talk about free education, man. So here's the question: if you could do one thing, literally one thing, that would change the entire world. So like, if you can create a moment, an idea, a system, doesn't matter what this one thing is. If you could do this one thing to make the world a better place, not just like now, but on in the future, what would that one thing be? My one thing is free education.
That's a good one though.
well, basically free access to Wi-Fi was what you were saying.
Well, because that's the thing is to have truly free, air quotes, free education, you would have to have the substructures to support it.
So you're talking
Well,
about
you would have to build those,
giving
systems.
out laptops by the thousands.
Do electronic devices, not only that, but free electricity, because you got to charge that device.
Right.
And you can't be charged for it, because if you're charged for it, you don't have access to it. That's not truly free education. So if we're on that level, we're now talking about stimulating economic system,
solar-powered cell phones,
as we build the entire world into a truer, like a more appropriately diverse but still united world. So we all still get to be ourselves. So there's no like one world government kind of shit. We're all still just like, this is Japan, this is, UK, this is whatever. It doesn't, but we have that separation, but yet we're still like truly connected through education. I think that would like, you know what I mean?
Nah, that's a good one. There's no money in that though, so
Well, the problem is,
but that's the thing is you have to have
country
like
decides it on themselves how they're going to filter the information coming in from other countries, though. And that's what's really happening behind the scenes. So it's hard.
Well, see, now we're talking about a whole nother thing.
Well, yeah, but that's how do you get rid of all those lines all in one fell swoop? Like,
well, you can't. Well, I mean, actually, you probably could, honestly,
or utilize them to your advantage. You know what I mean? Like, how do you do that to move forward with this plan?
The way things are going nowadays, there's so much more free access to information. We're becoming a literal society of information.
No, 100%. Like my son, like, I don't understand how he gets D's in anything. Like, I remember doing research projects, going to the library.
Finding the book, having the Dewey Decimal and shit.
Actually having to know how to make your way through a library.
But you have to get an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And you got to hope that it's on the shelf. Like, I'm doing a report on Roosevelt, but the encyclopedia is only from R through E. The R through O one is gone. So
and then you got to hunt down an actual book that was written by somebody that
exactly.
Oh yeah, dude.
Now it's just Wikipedia.
You can just click.
Whatever
copy,
you want. Whatever
read
you
it
want.
later.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
See, I think that's something that people don't even really realize when you're talking about inner city.
Make copies of shit. Remember about you had to squish that thing on the. And it was like 15 cents a copy.
Dude, no. I didn't have a copier. You kidding me? Dude, my library, the first time I had like access to a computer and I could play that like root beer float game or some shit, I thought I was the fucking man. I was like, I'm playing video games. You know what I mean? Like,
I went to a decent high school, so we had that stuff. So,
well, see that? Oh, dude, that cracks me up. My parents wanted me to make sure I had a good education, especially where I was coming from, because they're like, you ain't gonna get shit at the public schools.
Yeah.
So they worked harder just so my sister and I could actually go to private school. With that, it cracks me up. By the time I moved from Cali to here, the shit I had learned in like 4th and 5th grade is stuff they're now doing in like 7th and 8th.
Yeah.
So I've already like forgotten this shit from like 3 years ago. And they're like, here, do this, fill this out. Like, trying to get an equivalency test and like figure out where I'm at and shit. And I'm going through and I'm like, decent on it, but not great. And they're just like, oh, he still has to take this. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking baby math. Like, I'm ready to do some trig and calc and shit, bro. Let's turn this on.
No math for me. But I knew the difference because I grew up in Philly. So when I moved to the suburbs in high school, and then I went to a high school out here, and I seen the difference because I had friends that were still going to high school in Philly. And when I was telling about them, I was like, yeah, I had a computer class. It was like, you have computers? Like, just
right?
Like basic stuff. And I mean, now, like, I don't care how poor high school is. Everyone has computers now. So
you have to.
Like,
shit. It used to be, dude, I had typewriters. Yo, I legit had typing class.
Let me pull up my word processor. And,
I don't.
It seems like a lot of schools are actually just providing them. So they're all.
Oh, no, they give them out. They just throw them out. They be like, you got to pay a technology fee and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but dude, at least, so that's at least a step in the right direction. Because, when we were kids, that shit wasn't going to happen.
I didn't have none of that.
Like you're saying, when you go to the library and it's like there's only one encyclopedia set and there's only that one, and motherfucker's not there.
Yeah, sure.
But dude, and growing up inner city style, like that's a likelihood. And a lot of people in this world really didn't have to grow up that way. When you have to have that kind of understanding.
I didn't grow up anywhere near the city. I went to the city to have more fun, but.
When that's the thing, though,
right?
Like when I got older, like I was going to the city to meet up with friends and hang out and get in trouble.
By the time I got to that age, I was like, "Nah, we good."
Right?
No, I didn't get.
I pop in for some business and be bouncing out, but like, nah, we are in. I'm out. All right, cool, done.
I didn't get in trouble in the city though because
neither did I.
A, the people I knew, and B, everybody thought I was either 21 Jump Street or. Manson or something like that. That was my protection, apparently. Because I wouldn't even mean mug. I just, like, as I'm walking down the street, if I see another dude, I'm like, yo, what's up? And I'm like walking down the street, I got like Jesus length hair.
See, and this is, all right, like.
Rocking a beard. Looking like Manson.
So, it's, what is it? Like 1995 or some shit, right? And we're going down. Me and my one dude, we're going down to the Spectrum. This is how old fucking we are. I see you laugh. Go ahead, laugh. It's all right. So we're going down to the Spectrum, and I'm driving Homeboy's Navigator, right? He grew up in like Kensington and shit, so he knows his way around. Like, so he knows where to, right? supposed to be on point. So, you know, we're chilling, we're smoking, we're having a good time. Again, it's, you know, 1995. There's like, you know, 30 other cars around us. You know, 95 is not that busy. And all of a sudden, he's just like, oh, shit, I think we missed our turn. Oh, fuck. And I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. And I'm like, first spot I get to pull off. I'm like, I'm going to pull off, ask for directions, right? It's like, yo, we should have been here by now. It's like, we're close enough. Like, we got to be right here, right? And he's like, oh, we can't pull off here.
Can't pull off here, dude.
I'm like, dude, we need fucking directions. We're good.
You don't knock on a random door around here.
Well, but no, dude, I ain't looking to knock. I'm just, you know, catch somebody on the street, be like, homie, trying to get the spectrum. Where are we at? You know what I mean? We get up and we're just cruising through, and it's a relatively like desolate area. Because I mean, back in the day,
But
you
you
trying
hail
to get
somebody though, and they're like,
Well, no,
like,
so,
yo,
like-
man, you want some dope? You want?
if I may finish. Can I finish, Larry? Larry, let me finish. Let me finish, Larry. So we're cruising around. It's a desolate area, give it minded, you know, all that kind of good shit and whatever. But eventually we do see somebody who's just chilling on the outside. And I'm pull right over. But of course, it's my dude's side. And I'm like, roll your window down. He's like, no, man, I can't. I was like, bro, roll your window
down.
So he's just like, he's just like,
Yeah, the manual.
oh yeah, dude. Yeah, this is my '89 Ford Taurus. Dude, this is my La Bomba. Oh, dude, you can tell stories, man. I had neon lights, a pounding sound system. Dude, system worth more than the car. Didn't pay it for it though. You know, hey, anywho. But so like, roll the window down, does it, and the dude like comes up, and he's like, "Sup?" And I was like, "Y'all, homie." Was like,
Dude, tell me you didn't just do that jump on Alm's house.
"Oh yeah, I done that shit too." I mean, it happens.
I'm like, there were sparks flying out, and I saw like air underneath your car.
Dude, it was like an inch and a half off the ground. Dude, this was a scraper. That's the only dude. If you're gonna low life for life, bro. I was just saying.
But yeah, you came down. It was.
Oh yeah. But so then, yeah, roll window down. Homie's like, "What's up?" And I'm just like, "Yo, dude." I was like, "Dude, we're lost. We trying to get to the spectrum. Like, where we at?" And he's just like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, you want to like bust up 2 blocks, bang a left, hit like 3 blocks more. You're gonna hit the spot, and you know, hit the light, bang a right, and you should take you right to the park." And I was just like, "Thanks, bro. Cool." And we pull off. Dude's just like rolling his window up, looks at me. He's just like, "What the hell, man?" I was like, "We needed directions. Homeboy saw we needed help, and I gave him respect. He gave respect. Like, don't start none, won't be none. Like,
Right.
none of this shit matters. You know what I mean?
Right.
It only matters because people think it. It don't fucking matter.
No, I never really operated like that because people are people. I mean, you got to read the room, bro. But you know what I'm saying?
Dude, everybody's been lost at one time or another and just been like, fuck, if only I could find somebody who knew where the hell I was at. You know, and then you get that opportunity. You're just like, oh, hey, homie, let me help you. Be like, thanks, bro. Appreciate that. What's going on? Is it,
I just bumped into the mic. Sorry.
oh, yeah, that happens.
You gotta be careful.
I tell him this. He don't listen, though.
I got to be careful. Well, I'm trying to.
I know, but you're also a pretty big, you know,
I'm
you're
trying not
big.
to get in trouble. I'm trying to put it in my mouth. You know? That's what I'm
Right?
saying.
That's what she said.
Right?
That's-
Put it in your mouth.
Oh, that was that. Yeah, that's that shit right there.
Oh,
No, so I'll tell you about this.
Word.
I'll tell you about that song. So, like, if I ever go out to a bar or whatever, and you know, I always mess with the jukebox.
dude, when you have skills like you have to.
And this is
You're literally obligated to society to do this.
And this is something for single guys to do. You know, I don't do that stuff anymore. But I will always go out to a bar and I will put that song on. And then I will look around to see what girls are like.
Yeah, I know, bro.
singing, like,
Dude, that's like hoe test.
and
That's
I'm
a
like,
hoe
that's
test
like-
right there.
I was like, that's it right there. That's it right there.
There's your freak
That's
right
the
there.
one you want to talk to.
Even if she didn't fully break out, you're like, I
Yeah.
see it. I see the energy.
Right?
It's
I'm
there.
like, that's the one you want to talk. That's the one you want to talk to. Like, I promise you.
Word.
Oh, yeah, you know.
And then,
Cheers.
and then for some of the younger girls, you can do the "My Neck, My Back" song. So
Dude, see this.
it's universal. I promise you.
Homie's got not. See, I told you, walking
you
encyclopedia. This dude.
I promise.
Which I mean, honestly, probably says a lot about the fact that when you had to get your education, if you had to do that
Did you say
research,
walking?
you really had to do it, which really offered you the ability to retain it because there was so much focus to do this. Your brain was like, he probably is going to want to remember this.
No, you're right. It's like I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I was like, I think I had like a C average. And I was like, I'm not gonna need Spanish, whatever. You know, fast forward.
Yeah,
you
little
know,
did we know.
I started working in restaurants and like in kitchens.
Like, I wish I knew Spanish. Man.
And oh no, and I just just start spitting like, and it's, it stays in there like 20 years later.
3 years did? Oh, that's good.
20 years later, like I could talk shit with the
Well,
best
did you
of
have
them.
to be fluent by year 2?
Or
3?
No.
It's all basic stuff. Like I can have a conversation with somebody. I mean, we can communicate. I'm pretty sure if their English is better than my Spanish, but either way, I know enough to have a conversation with
Se
somebody.
hablo un poco Spanglish.
Like un poquito.
Dude, I say that shit too. I say that shit too.
I know all the curse words.
Dude, I say that shit too.
It's always the first thing you learn.
No, that is the first thing you learn. And then when you get in the kitchen, if you can talk shit, you're accepted.
But a curse word you know
so.
immediately just by how it's said, though.
In
In
Like, that's the thing
Spanish,
about-
in French,
Like,
no.
it's obvious.
In French, they're just like, you're just like, oh, that was so lovely. He's like, I told you to wipe my ass. You're just like, what? Fuck you. Dude, yeah, no. French is always beautiful. But yeah, no, Spanish, you know. You know. Oh, you know.
Yo, corta moroto, shut up.
Hey, fuck you, Hector.
Like pendejo, like coño,
Yeah.
puta.
Oh, yeah, no, dude.
It's the
'Cause-
inflection, though. It's the...
Well, see, that was my
It
thing.
is.
Is I always got like blanquito and maricon, and as I got a little bit more respected, then it was like
Right.
then it was wedo, because then it was just like I was a light skinned Mexican. They started to
Pony boy.
accept me, so it was like,
Birdman, Pony Boy,
what do you?
tall, lanky kid, you know.
Right. Pony boy, that's outsiders.
I just
Yeah,
I said
I had
stay
bleached
golden
my
Pony
hair at
boy.
one point, and the name stuck.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Pony Boy.
when the slam is left open, the slam must be
I'm
taken.
Mauricio all the time. Say, Mauricio. Todo tiempo. Good stuff.
My Spanish is terrible.
No, mine is terrible too, but like, it's good enough.
See, my comprehension is dope. So if they say some shit and like all of a sudden I just kind of look over and like wait for the appropriate moment.
But like
and,
Blanquito, that's like white boy or something like that.
basically it's little whitey.
Yeah, it's like white boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But and maricon is basically like faggot, air quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got plenty of
gay
white boy.
or
What's up, white boy? I'm like, what's up, brown skin? I mean, what? They'd be like, oh, okay.
Right?
hey, I mean
I'm like, I don't judge. Don't judge me. You know?
Nah.
It's all
pretty
good.
much.
White boy is it's a term of respect.
I think
Depending on how you
right?
say
It could be worse.
Well, could think about was it like was it Road Trip with like this DJ Squalls
Oh,
that
yeah,
scrawny
yeah,
little
yeah,
and he
yeah,
like
yeah.
holds up the underwear and it's like
Yeah.
did you just get a cheating? He's like I boinked her. Dude, he went from like
That
this
was a good
nerdy ass
movie,
little
man.
white
That was a
kid.
good
All of a
movie.
sudden it was just like, yo, check out white boy over there. And he's just
Yeah.
like down, dancing, getting down and shit. Like, yeah, I get what you
I
say.
think it
Like,
depends on how it goes, though. Like,
Yeah, it's
like,
the
like,
inflection.
Phil, like crazy ass white boy that be doing the quizzos. That's my man,
see, pretty much, right? No, dude, that's yeah, dude, see, this is one of my favorite stories. Like, this cracks me up. I was chilling with my OGs, me and him, like literally old black man from Virginia, had a cross burning across the street from his house. Like, that's how we grew up, right? And me and him are like good friends. We hang all the time and shit. Me and him are chilling, doing our thing, And one of his people's over, and like we're just chilling and we're bullshitting. This is like one of our girls, like I know her, but they've like known each other longer and all this stuff. And we're just rapping back and forth. Like we're just literally just, fucking hashing it out. Like this is what we do. And all of a sudden she's like, dude, this is why I liked you. And I'm like, puzzled as fuck. I'm like, all right, cool. What? I'm thinking because I have in-depth conversations and I say shit that's real as fuck. Like I don't.
Right.
And she's like, nah, you're black. And my dude just starts laughing.
Bro.
No, he literally just starts laughing, and I do too. And he's just like, he's Mexican. I was like, I prefer Chicano, but yeah, un poco say it's yeah, así. And she's just like, I mean, it's the same thing. I was like, no, I get what you're saying. Thank you, I appreciate it. But it just when you get raised a certain way, it's like that's just how it is.
I think it's more so like, and I can see it though. You got a little more flavor than
Thank you.
But even like as I got older though, like when I was younger, like yeah, that's a cool ass white boy. He's like one of us. Blah 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 blah. But you get older and it's like, nah, he's not like one of us. He's just like we're like the same type of people.
Dude, he's still family.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
He
That's
just happened to be white or whatever. It's like he's just
man.
he's just a good person. And
Which-
it's, you know, like I used to get into that, like, especially growing up, coming up, and they'd be like, oh, we used to talk about black people. Oh, you sound white, blah, blah, blah. Like, you sound educated.
dude,
It's one of those things. And I'm like,
Oh, he talks so well.
yeah. That the other Chris Rock one.
So well.
Did you hear him enunciate and articulate? That was amazing.
But it was a big thing. And then it's like, you know, you get
Oh,
older.
I know.
You get older and you're like, nah, it's just, he's a good person. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And it's not, if you was raised, you a good person, you're not a good person. Like,
See, that's one of the bigger lessons I really took from my first neighborhood that I recall was just be you and you're gonna get respect.
100%.
That's it. Like that's what it. Like, that's literally it.
Cruise to Philly banging 36 chambers. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, dude, I'm like 8, 9 years old, and I'm banging like 2 Live Crew, Too Short, Easy
Like,
E.
because I'm saying, and that's a real thing. Like, if you're driving through the hood, like, everybody's gonna stare at you if you're rolling your windows up and like the music's real
Exactly.
soft.
It's
Like,
the
fuck
energy.
that. Roll
Dude,
the
like in
windows
Office
down,
Space. Remember when the
blare-
beginning of the movie Office
Blare
Space?
your shit, because that's what everyone else is doing. Blare your shit.
Yeah, roll them. Yeah, no,
them
dude,
down.
fucking in Office Space when they're like sitting in traffic and they're just like cruising along. Shit's like mad bumping. The windows cracked, and all of a sudden there's like a black dude
talking
selling
about
flowers. He just like rolls his window up and just
Turns
like
down the music.
slowly turns the music. He's still like bobbing his head and doing the lyrics, and then as soon as he gets just past him, it's like the wind, and it turns it right back up. And he's like, and I tell motherfuckers, it's just like, bro, come on. But dude, yeah,
Be
energy.
yourself, man. Just
Energy
It
says a
is.
lot. Yeah,
It's about good people, man. And
Yeah, good people got good energy, and you can
that's
see
it.
that.
And and you be like, just how we got cool. It was just like I just came in, but we vibed, and it was like we had similar interests. Like, oh yeah, music, this and blah blah blah. But then we would talk. Like, oh no, he cool as shit. Like, blah blah blah. Come on my podcast. And I meet my man here today. Like,
Same thing. He's just taller and skinnier.
no. No, it was like the same thing. Like, my journey here, I came and it's like, I'm in the birds now. So, coming down, you live on the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
not
training day, but in the fucking white burbs.
Yeah.
Just like, oh shit, are they going to be like, here, have some flowers
Right.
in a goodie basket? Be like, what's going on? There's lotion. No, I heard about that shit.
yeah, right.
seems
That's
fake.
a-
It's just like a nuclear test site. What's going on?
I don't
No,
right.
I came in the cul-de-sac, got the basketball court, met your dog. Like, it's all love, though. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
we're all just people.
100%.
I mean, dude, that's it.
Because it's not, and like I've had this conversation with you before. It's like I had no control over what body I was going to come into.
But see, there's a theory that there is where you choose all that shit.
Yeah,
Your
but
parents, the
knowing-
fucking tribulations, all that shit. There's serious theory for that.
There's a lot of things
But that
to
goes back
equate
to like
into it.
game theory shit.
I don't believe that, though.
But see, mine is
What,
like you're
reincarnation,
playing.
or-
No.
So here, catch this. My thought is, if that's what it is, then here's the deal. We as like star children, air quotes, star children, we come into this playing almost like Pac-Man style at the fucking pizzeria, where it's like Grand Theft Auto meets The Sims. You're just like, I'm gonna put this shit on expert, motherfuckers.
Nah.
And it's just like, here's your life, and then you gotta like, I got fucking better score than you, bro. Like, if it's true, I would believe that, but I don't believe that though.
I'm more.
Unless it's like game theory. I like again.
No, but you have to go back. Say you have to go back through all the shitty things you ever did to anybody from their perspective before you could make your choice. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where it gets skewed, is because sometimes people will set themselves back. But I'm saying the spirit that animates this body, I didn't choose this body. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
Okay.
like I don't see myself as different from any other human being.
Oh, I see where you're going. Okay.
And I've always been that
I'll
way.
give you that. I'm more of a like you said, you don't choose. You're dropped in.
Yeah.
Because you can't choose your parents. Oh, excuse me. You can't choose your life. You just dropped in. And it's like, all right, well, you can end up here living a great life, or you can live here living a messed up life.
I could be living in China right now.
but I think I think it's also about the choices you make. Like it's going to be an end, but it's like a choose your own adventure almost.
Yo, I said that shit. Remember?
Right. But
Yeah, we talk about that fucking the book where it's like, want to go with the Tigers, page 73.
You're like, you fall into a pit and die. You're like, damn it.
Damn.
I'm not going to go through that.
But I say
anymore.
not just
you go like 2 pages back and try it again.
But you can't do that in life. It's like, once you do it, it's like,
you're in the pit with Tigers. You're like, I got the Tigers. Damn it.
The Tigers.
I'm like, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this now.
That's how I am. And I'm pretty sure there's a path to like relive an awesome life, but you got to make those choices to get to that path. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah, I think him and I are very much on that same page.
You try to live as righteously as you can, but it's difficult.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Everybody would do it.
I mean, we started talking just to get out off our chest, like
true. That's why I was like, I said series 1 before we like turn on the mics. I said series 1 was like, while the audio quality was bullshit, the conversations.
Series 1 has to be reviewed at some point.
Oh my god,
all of it, green rooms and everything.
Oh yeah,
it all ties together.
Dude, I'll tell you a story in a hot minute, but yeah, go ahead.
But it's the story of our lives in a way, you know. And then whatever. What? Where am I going? Was I supposed to?
Oh, all right. So
spin a whole yarn or?
Nah, I'll do it.
All right.
So series 1 for all you at home. If you're still listening, thank you. We appreciate you. 1. Secondly, yeah, in series 1, it was episode 9 and 10.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Yeah, we basically, so it was what I call the Valentine's Day episodes. I call up homeboy after having like a week from hell, a month from, and a couple of months building 2. And I'm basically having an emotional breakdown for the first time in like, I don't know, 10 or 12 years or some shit on my spiritual journey to be a better person.
I mean, he calls me like, yo, no big deal or nothing, but you know, I'm just.
Yeah, pretty much. I was calm as fuck about it because like, it's really, true. That's real talk. That's real talk.
I've had enough of what I'm doing right now. And I'm like, okay, you're going to on to something new? Okay, what's going on? Like, no, I'm kind of tired of all of it. Like,
yeah, my one expression I kept saying was like, I'm good.
I don't want to
like I've done it,
hamster
man.
Wheel anymore. Like I'm done with it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I had done enough good in this world where I'm just like, now fuck it, dude.
I had to look
I'm
at
cool.
My wife.
Let's bounce.
I had to look at my wife and go, I gotta go.
Yeah, dude. On Valentine's Day, dude.
That's my anniversary.
Like my best friend.
Shit.
Oh wow.
That's another thing to tell you young guys. If you get married on Valentine's Day because you can never forget it.
And it's a twofer.
It is a twofer, and it's like this one
terrible.
gift. Like,
but you got to really do it up.
That's efficient as shit, bro.
No,
dude, it don't even matter.
It doesn't matter. It was
he remembered. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm already
I want to do like a balloon ride.
He's in the top 10 percentile of husbands. Period. I remember every year. I don't know what year it is, but I remember every year.
Nah, I do know the year.
Nice.
Because she was pregnant with my middle son, and I know when he was born, so I was like. 2006, baby. So
we got this.
My son is 16. Oh, 16 years. Yeah, done. Got it.
I'm telling you, this dude is efficient as shit. What's up?
My husband strategically planned everything on certain dates so he wouldn't have to remember like certain things. So he remembers like our first time going out was his friend's birthday. So he's like, okay, every time his birthday comes around, I have to be like, meh. And then he goes, I proposed on 4th of July, and then I let him pick the wedding date, and he picked 3 days after his birthday. So his birthday would be a reminder that our anniversary is in 3 days.
3 day heads up, no less. Not even a reminder. 3 day heads up reminder.
Like
knows what he's doing now, right?
You get in the email, they be like,
he's playing to his strengths.
He's like, oh, thank you for that. Yeah, I got this.
He's playing to his strengths. You got to respect that.
I do too. Mad love. Dude, I loved him before. I love him more now. Wait, there's more.
To boot. wait, and to boot.
Not Canadian,
this is just a coincidence, though.
It's the again that makes it funny, man. Well, say it. Stop.
My birthday is actually the Marine Corps' birthday, and he's active duty Marine, so he already knows my birthday.
He was playing this for the longest time.
This is the long,
That's funny.
He's playing the long con.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, smart as shit, dude. Again, mad love again for that dude.
He's 5 moves ahead.
Yeah, I know, right? He took a couple extra notches in my book. He got bumped to a couple pages ahead. I'm just saying, he's working his way up on that shit.
I thought I was doing something. I was like, nah, you gotta talk to him.
Double up.
Yeah.
You know,
dude, yeah.
I don't got nothing on him. King Kong ain't got shit on him. Like,
yeah, speaking about dope ass white boys, right? Oh, you fucking Jamie Kennedy's hilarious.
His life is run on
kid.
gears. Everything reminds him of something else, and it's just automatic.
Dude, plus Jamie Kennedy still was like Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like for real, dude. And you know why? Dude, true. In an interview, they asked her, hey, why'd you marry Jamie Kennedy? She's like, he always makes me laugh. Like dead. I was just like, done. That's a talent.
It is. And I've noticed a lot of women do like guys that can make them laugh. Like, you don't have to,
like for a good laugh, you got to be witty.
And you don't have to be.
It can't just be like a dumbass joke, unless it's a really good ass dumbass joke.
It is. And that's how my jokes.
On air.
What?
Oh, the battery died.
I just noticed. I'm sorry.
So that means the show's over?
I think it's
I don't know how long ago. I just looked over. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was dimming, but then it got brighter. So I was just like, oh, it's okay. The batteries had to settle.
Give it a smack.
I just drove.
Yeah.
You could lick them, pull them out, lick them, and put it back in. I'm telling you, that shit works.
Is it 9-volt?
Dude, any of them, man. I'll tell you, that shit works every time.
Sometimes a little impact adjustment, like with your flashlight.
I mean, dude, if you can't fix it with duct tape or a hammer, that shit's broken.
It's broke.
Buy something else. We're gone.
Just give it up. Give it up.
It takes like AA batteries.
I think it takes 3 AAAs.
Does the BFH count as a hammer?
Well, yeah, no, that is the hammer.
Oh, that's the one you always use?
Well, I mean, pretty much. See, hey, I told you.
What the heck?
You had to threaten it.
It was like, no, I don't want the hammer.
Like, don't make me bring out the hammer.
He's hammering him in the ass. Stop hammering my ass. You won't stop hammering. So Lincoln died from hammering in the ass.
It's like death throes right now. It's like,
it's all love. It's good.
Yeah, well,
just keep looking at it and feeding it energy. I think that's the only thing that's keeping it going
feeding you, feeding you, feeding you.
I'm definitely going to that Wu-Tang concert. Like,
oh yeah, you were saying, dude, Nas. See, and this is the thing I love about Nas. Like, I'm not the type that I'm just gonna run out and buy a Nas album. However, if he's on it, I'm probably gonna listen to that track. Like he's a lyricist on a completely different level. There's an intelligence behind what he does.
No, 100% intelligence.
As well as an
100%.
emotion that comes, like he believes what he's saying almost.
With Nas, so
that genre wine was that. I'm sorry.
Nah,
all that shit went backwards. You know what I mean?
That genre
it was like a Tarantino film and fucking vocals.
Blew me away. I was
Straight
like,
lyrics.
that is freaking genius.
Yeah,
like that's amazing. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Boom, the bullet went back into my gun. You're like, wait, what?
Rewind.
Yeah,
rewind.
Like,
the bullet goes back in this gun. Yeah, that's my shit right there.
Automatic, whatever. Or?
No, so I'll tell you. Stillmatic.
Yeah, my boy jumps back in the truck. The door closes up.
Yeah. So, wait, like growing up, I was always like Biggie was my favorite, like 100%. And then when I was younger, like my late teens, early 20s, it was Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas because I just thought Jay-Z was like the coolest ever, and I'm like, you can't get better than this.
Biggie came out, dude.
Well, I had this roommate that used to bang Nas the Godson album, and I used to listen to it. And I'd be like, damn, like Nas is spitting some shit. And I went back and started listening to like all the old Nas stuff, and I'm like, oh, Nas is number 2 to me now, and I knocked Jay-Z back down to number 3. Like,
I mean, I feel that, bro. I feel that
100%. But it's Biggie number 1 all day for me.
Yeah. So all right, you mentioned the whole Biggie thing, right? Check this. I'm chilling with one of my dudes who's like mad audiophile. Like, you think I got knowledge? Homie is on it.
Yeah.
He's fucking Matt Pinfield on MTV, knows about anything and everything that is music, pop culture on the side of it, everything. Like, he's just literal walking Rolodex of knowledge. He comes to me this one day and he's just like, oh yeah, Phil's gonna settle this shit. He's like, yo, Biggie, Tupac. He's like, fuck it, I already know your answer. I was like, hold up, son. You asked the question. Allow me to acknowledge. So I dropped. I'm just like, point 1. I'm like, Biggie tells a story. It's 100%. Real. It's honest. You can feel it. You can understand it, and it's articulate. You do it. It's Wu-Tang with even greater knowledge, which is like, what the F on that kind of shit. Like, all real, and it's the first of its kind. And then you get Tupac, same thing. Very intelligent, well-written, expressing what he's done. I'm like, but here's the deal. I'm like, dude, Tupac's kind of a bitch to me. I was like, I'm going to be honest about that shit. I was like, he's always going to pump it. Because here's the deal. It was the fact that he was more on that poetic side. And I don't mean...
He was a poet and an
hold
artist.
on. No. So I don't mean...
You told me that when I first met you, we had this conversation.
So when I say like a little bit bitch, I don't mean just like, no, I'm not talking that. I'm talking hood bitch, where it's just like, I mean, he's hard, but I don't think he's that hard. And it's just, that's the vibe he gave. And you know what?
A lot of people said that though, like, you know,
and it doesn't mean that he wasn't.
They said it was more of a facade. Not saying that he's a pussy, like...
Correct.
But he's not.
Yeah, not to say he wouldn't fucking throw down if shit went down, but still,
as a man, but like
for real,
you know, there's levels to it.
I felt Biggie harder than I felt Pac, because to me, I felt Pac wasn't being honest enough. How about that? I'll say that. So he was holding back, pulling back.
They were saying that with Pac, he was like dumbing down his stuff
in a sense,
to make it accessible to other people.
And that shit don't work. Like, that's not elevating your people.
Yeah.
When you're gonna hold yourself to a certain level and stop, and it's like, no, you got to dream and do.
But you also want to make that money, and you know, it's like. But he was like, they're not ready for it. I think he was like slowly feeding it to them. Like, you know, give him a little bit, give him a little bit, give him a little more, give him a little more, until it's like, all right, this is what it's about. But I don't think he got to that point because, you know, what happened, so.
Yo, I think him and Biggie's is chilling on a fucking beach somewhere on an island they fucking own, and they just laughing about that shit.
Right.
Just laughing. We played all those motherfuckers.
It was an act. Well, you know, Tupac wanted to be an actor more than anything.
Correct.
100%.
So he was really trying to get that route, but he was trying to just use this other thing to get money.
I mean, dude, you can't hate the player.
And he was an artist, so why not?
That's what I'm saying. I still gave him respect, and I still do respect. However,
I mean, some people in just that comparison, there's people like,
you know, we talking about rap, is, you know, but big to both of them either way. But
yeah, exactly.
Biggie is number one for me. Like, that's a rabbit hole you'll fall down, and it's like we'll be talking about this shit for like 4 days.
See, and I want to say, like, to me, Biggie was like KRS-One, but raw. And that's really what took me in, because KRS-One was so intelligent and focused. It wasn't even just telling a story. There was a purpose behind it. Like, he was telling old man stories. And this is the thing I always joke with him, is like, when you ask an OG or
rapping so much as he was just getting on the mic and preaching.
Well, exactly. And that's the thing is, so when you ask an OG a question, they don't answer your question. They tell you a fucking story.
Exactly.
And so, you know, he was very much on that. I'm just going to tell you a story, and that's the shit you learn. You're just like, and that's why he's the preacher, the teacher, and, you know. So, yeah, again, I feel Biggie was very much that KRS-One coming into the new generation and was just even rawer and more impeccable.
When the Wu-Tang came out, though.
Yeah, son, don't even, fuck you.
It was like everything. Everything else
they
was
literally
gone.
changed the game.
They totally changed the game. Like, overnight.
And fucking, dude, RZA saw that shit coming.
Obviously, I never felt like one that I could.
Dude, chess move. You want to talk about chess moves? Motherfucker saw that shit coming.
Like, I didn't not listen to Tupac because I had to only listen to Biggie. Like, I always loved everybody.
Yeah.
You know
See,
what I mean?
was kind of like pushed into listening
Digital
to
Underground.
Tupac,
I don't care. Like, I go old school too. You know what I mean? Like, and there's even older, I know. But,
Shock G.
You know.
Tell me, Shock G and Humpty Humpty.
Right.
Same cat.
The one
two different people
on your panties. Yeah.
Yo, it took me forever to realize that was the
same
person,
cat.
though.
Yo, dude, for real.
I was like, yo, Humpty Hump. I'm like, Shock G. I'm like,
yeah, all he did was throw on glasses and a big nose and was just like, Humpty Hump. Oh, yeah, dude, you shit me?
Right.
Dude, oh, fuck yeah, dude.
That's digital
Underground.
Like your leg was broken. Shaking and twitching.
Kind of like I was smoking. Crazy whack funky.
You look like MC Hammer on crack,
Humpty. That's all right, because my body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a fit of a convulsion.
Nah, that was like good shit. That was the 90s, man.
Dude, I'm telling Digital Underground is always gonna have my heart. Like, for real, dude. Shock G and Humpty are dope dude. Talk about somebody who did something with a game. That dude's dope as shit.
I get around, like, it's
sex packets, $1
for two. Just tell me how many for you this time. Yeah, dude.
That was a good time. So, they get me reminiscing, right? It's gonna make me hate the music I listen to now even more. So,
what's the all right? So check
I
it.
I love the idea of doing a show where you highlight these really awesome hip hop songs that came out during this really life changing era for music.
So check it.
And you play the original track that they sampled to get that song.
So what homie's
that is
referencing?
so hot.
I know, bro. I know,
That is
bro.
so hot because it gives you like this real understanding of like
It's
the whole
not.
world.
It's not an if. It's a when. That show's gonna happen.
That song didn't come together from just one artist. You know, that came together from a conglomeration of
Preaching to the choir.
shared intelligence.
conglomeration.
Backstory. Yeah, backstory. So the music show I'm working on currently, one, the constraints are 1999 or earlier, so it can't be 2000 or later.
Those are
Two,
his
Nice.
constraints.
yeah, well, but it was the same for the original show.
Right.
I like
Two-
those constraints though.
Two, I had to be able to be like, yeah, I'll bump this full volume in my car.
Yeah.
Windows open and everybody like, go ahead. Yeah, laugh at me because I'm singing Bjork right now. Eat a dick. I could care less. If I could rock that shit and it fits, the time frame, cool,
But you
let's
could play
do
the
it.
Humpty Dance in the same night, which is the weird thing. Like
So
you
here's-
somehow work that in.
Currently, but the catch was originally it was going to be a 1 hour show about true hip hop evolution and knowledge.
Not enough
and
time.
But that's the thing is
1 hour a week or 2
yeah,
hours.
so yeah, 1 hour a week we could play the original track, give you the what came from it, or even alternate versions, because it's like, oh, James Brown, blah blah blah, samples this, that, and the other, and it's like, yo, homie, he was not the first to be sampled.
Yeah.
Mind you, he might be the most sampled now.
Yo,
However,
James Brown band had the best breakbeats.
Joe, no shit,
No,
right?
but I mean, obviously with his voice in there as well. But I mean,
no shit.
those breakbeats were awesome. That's why they were
Because he
stolen
was
so
up
many
his
times.
own band's ass about being on point. They would practice for hours and hours and hours before show, and if they were off, he'd dock them pay. This is not a joke,
That
dude.
dude
He was
a
real about his shit.
full-on performer. If you ever seen him play live,
True. If you had that,
and he doesn't even play an instrument. He is the instrument.
correct.
And even as an old man, he still did one of those splits with the microphone.
Oh, yes, he did.
And I was like, oh, ow.
But yeah, so originally
65
my
years old, whatever it was how old was he when he?
67.
Yeah, so I must have seen like one of his last shows then.
Oh, bless you, bro. I never saw him live.
But he was still doing it.
Saw BB King. Did not see him, James Brown.
Nice, yo.
Oh, yeah, no, it was
pound.
dope. Yeah. Brought out Lucille, all that good shit. Like, yeah, threw down.
Let me see.
Yeah,
BB.
Valley Forge Music Fair, where it was the roundabout stage, showing my age. I'm aware. I don't give a fuck. Really, dude, at this point, dude.
We're all old, man. So
I
it's
just
like,
lean
we
into
don't
it
go
now.
too
Like, yeah, I'm
much.
old as fuck and I'm balding. Talk some shit. Go ahead. My mom's got diabetes. What's up now?
But I
Come on,
love-
throw it. And they're just
I love
like,
the idea,
I
though,
don't know
of-
what to do now.
Of like, it's like the mixtape for the night. Like, you get
Now
in a
it
mood.
is.
Like when I get in a mood,
Even further,
Like,
yeah.
okay, I know I got to take this ride once every day. Like if I want to ride my bike to school in the morning, like
Bicycle.
I got to make sure I got enough tunes playing, and it.
Yeah, no, for
I
real.
got such a short attention span that I would go from Bob Marley to like, I don't know, Black Sabbath.
No shit.
Like it could jump all over the place. I might throw a jazz tune in the middle and then play the Humpty Dance. And
Dude,
then,
my one episode I put together literally starts with Beck, where it's like 2 turntables and a microphone. Because I'm just gonna be coming and be like, dude, this is how we get the party started, and play. And you get that vinyl play, and it's just like, bah, 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 and the keyboards come in. You're just like, oh shit, he didn't. You're like, yeah, I fucking did that. But right after that, fucking James Brown. Yeah, hot pants. Ow! Dude, it's just like boom.
like it's on now. It's on.
Well, yeah, because at the end of 2 turntables and a microphone, you hear Beck going just like, wow, wow, wow. And it literally just fades into James Brown going, wow. And it's just like, what the fuck? It's just like, yeah, we're back on this.
You
Like,
said
dude,
hot pants,
I'm getting a
and-
party
and I thought-
started. This is what's happening.
You said hot pants, and I thought hot tub.
I was getting that. It's like too hot for the hot tub. He's like, it's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot.
Yeah, right. Get on the good foot, do the bad thing. Oh, yeah, all that good shit.
I thought the same thing. Though. I was like, too hot for the hot tub.
Hot tub.
Oh, but yeah, it's time for that break.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know. It's just hot.
Wow,
We
that's
gotta
been
go.
real.
Yeah, dude, take us out, number 2.
Oh, this has been another episode of The Green Room where
Vincent Vega.
we review absolutely nothing in preparation for the show about nothing. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, hit us up. ITY Studios.
That's right.
Directionsmusic.org.
ITY, directionsmusic.org.
Yeah, or individually.
GEMINI.
You gotta do the arms.
Directionsmusic.org.
Dude, it doesn't work if you're not doing the arms.
That's true.
Quit being a bitch. Do it.
You have to do it again.
I didn't believe it.
GEMINI.
GEMINI.
There it is. Danger Will Robinson. Danger.
Directionsmusic.org.
There it is.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Philly D, PHI, Directionsmusic.org. Yo, and plus our dude in the studio, Mr. Reese.
Thanks for having me. It was
And
awesome.
as always, the fact checker in the corner
With her red hair, right?
with her red hair.
Figure out in the crowd. We see you, girl.
Oh, she's leaning.
She's like the air
She's
traffic
comfy.
controller. That's
I know.
Right.
Echo Flight 735. You got you on eastbound number 7. Just like, wait, what?
Or you're
What is-
going to have to hold a holding
I'm
pattern.
gonna need to give you a holding pattern for the next. And be like, wait, what? Yeah, give me a Echo Delta Flight ever. What? No, I don't.
Can you give me a fuel check?
We don't have enough fuel. You Die Hard all over again.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie, right?
Yo, both 1 and 2. Because he's in the airport and they're there in his in-laws area for Christmas vacation.
Die Hard. I love Die Hard 2 too because
It's just
John
funny.
Amos is in it, 100%.
Die harder.
Dude,
I just like, how can you die any harder than you already died?
he's already died. He can't die any far.
And then it's Die Harder. He died the hardest, man.
I don't do, but dude. All right. So you ever seen the show How I Met Your Mother?
Couple times. That was one of your Quizzle questions.
Yeah. So Neil Patrick Harris, right? He plays
got this thing.
misogynistic
Just let him do it.
asshole.
Yeah.
He's so backwards in his thinking. You take any of your typical movies, and all of a sudden, the villain is actually the hero. And one of them is like Karate
that.
Kid,
I've seen
where he's
that.
just like, "Yo, Johnny," William Zabka, which he's like his hero or whatever. But then the other one, he was just like, "What about Die Hard?" He's like, Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie's called Die Hard. He dies off of like 30 foot. Who dies hardest at the end of the movie?
Nakatomi Plaza.
You're right. It's just like, dude, that's his movie. Are you kidding me? And nobody even cared that he fell 30. It's just like, he was just trying to make money. He was trying to get his brother retribution. It's just like, but he's playing. And there's a point to that, but I don't know. Yeah, anyways, we got to get the F out of here.
Yeah, we do. We just
Yeah,
you said it. You did the cut, and then
I know. Food break. Let's do this. Mr. Gemini.
Yeah,
It's a
Mr.
big
Gemini. Mr. Gemini.
Mr. Gemini. Yeah, Philly D.
Clickety clack, a fact check of Miss JD.
And our homie.
Maurice,
Hey,
not a Gemini.
yeah. Hey, always
They're
say,
crazy.
fam, be good to yourself, be good to everyone else.
Much love.
Peace.
Peace.
See ya.
Peace.